Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live from my phone because my computer is being funny.
Yes.
I hope you can see us well.
I know, I think it's the lightning.
There you go. Now you can see us better.
Woo!
Welcome.
Now we don't look like angels.
Get on in
but...
here. Awesome. Well, it's great to be here with you. Welcome to day 27 of the 30-day mindfulness challenge. My name is Marcus Schneider.
I'm Stephanie Dinsmore.
It's great to be here with you this
Yes.
morning. We actually can still see your comments and your waves, so if you want to join us or with a comment, or if you want to ask a question, please feel free. We love having you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Why don't we get started?
Let's get started.
All right. So you can place your feet down on the ground. You can rest your arms down onto your thighs, or lay down on the ground, whatever's most comfortable for you. And you can just allow your shoulders to relax by your sides and broaden across your chest, just so that you can breathe nice and freely in and out through your nose. As you set yourself up for this practice, just take notice of the room that you find yourself in. You can open up your senses here to just acknowledge or notice where it is that you can feel your body and your breath. What it is that you can notice as you hear or you listen. If you're near a window, you might hear some traffic noise outside. This morning I heard some geese. Maybe you can hear the sound of voices in rooms nearby. Whatever it is that's around you, just allow yourself to be in that space. Try not to push or resist anything that's happening. As you're breathing through your nose, just allow your body to be felt, its movements. Changes that you feel as you breathe in and out. Soften any tension around your eyes. Relax your jaw and your cheeks. And just settle into the sensation of being here. The weight of gravity as it gently presses you down onto your chair, onto the floor. When a thought colors your attention or pulls you away from what it is that you're aware of here in this moment, just notice how it affects the quality of your breath. Notice how that affects the way that your mind thinks, and what it is that you think about. And just give yourself permission to be here, to take this time for yourself as you breathe in and out through your nose. As you tune in to the rise and the fall of your abdominal muscles and your chest. Moving yourself deeper into that sense of relaxation, that sense of letting go of control. There's no control to be had. There's nothing to control. All you're doing is sitting here in the experience of observance. All you get to to do is see what's so, both in the physical environment that you find yourself in and the mental environment that you find yourself in. When your mind forgets to observe, just noticing that and coming back into your body, into your breath. Find whatever you see interesting. See if you can observe without judgment, without adding the quality of good or bad, right or wrong. As you're breathing in, you're in the experience of breathing in. You can feel your body lift and your chest expand. And as you're breathing out, you can feel your body breathing out. You can allow your shoulders to soften, your muscles to relax. When your mind forgets, your attention moves away from your breath. Notice what that does to your breathing. Coming back into those quality breaths, in and out through your nose. The rise and the fall of your abdominal muscles. Sitting in the experience of non-judgmental observance. Resting in the experience of simply seeing what is. Making peace with what's so. As you breathe in, you can feel your body lift. As you breathe out, you can feel your body soften. Take 3 more cycles of breath. You can watch them as they move through your body slowly. Deep breath in together, filling up. Sigh it out. more time. Big breath in. And full breath out. Make any movements that your body's craving. Good morning.
Morning, Jackie. Morning, Sarah.
Hello, you beautiful person. Jackie owns CrossFit Durst, an awesome CrossFit gym or box in town.
A box, yeah.
Yeah. And Sarah's all the way from Edmonton. I don't know if she
No
left
way.
last night. No, Winnipeg.
Oh, she
Winnipeg,
went
sorry.
over- right.
Winnipeg. I'm not
Good
sure
morning.
if Sarah's in Winnipeg or if she's in Brantford right now. But we hope you're traveling safely
Yes,
and
enjoy.
having a blast. I know she's visiting her best friend in
Yeah, very
Winnipeg.
exciting.
Awesome. So if Karen's watching, hi to Karen too.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
One thing that I think often gets in our way when when we have those quiet pauses is this idea that we're supposed to, not have thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're turning our attention, we're turning our focus towards what's happening in the present moment, and when we're in those silent moments, our mind wanders. The reality is that our mind is wandering all the time. It's happening. It's happening even as you're listening to me speak. You're not just listening to me speak, you're thinking about, what's next? How much longer is this going to be? Do I have time for this? And so all of that, that's...
I thought about my lunch and how I'm getting grilled cheese today.
We're all always
I was like,
thinking.
"No." And it's true, you can't turn your thoughts off. You just notice, and then I was like, oh, this is a great thought.
So-
And you put your mind back to the breath.
It's so true, and so it can be quite humorous to see what it is that your mind is thinking.
Yeah.
And if you have a relationship with your mind, like it's frustrating, if you're discouraged that you see your mind wandering, understand that you're not going to get past that. You can change the relationship to your thoughts, though. You can not see them as frustrating. You can see them as funny or interesting or, wow, that's amazing. All I can do is 2 breaths and my mind's wandering again. Like, really, it is quite amazing that your brain has this capacity to be able to run residual thoughts so naturally and so
rapidly.
rapidly in the background of your mind. And ultimately, if we didn't have that, we would function very different as people. Like you'd have to cautiously be aware of every step that you're taking. It's good that things are running in the background of our mind. So don't worry about the discomfort that comes from sitting here in a silent space and then observing that those thoughts come up. The work of this practice is to notice those thoughts have an impact on the way that your body feels, and then to deal with them compassionately and appropriately, because you might feel really angry when you're dealing with a situation in life. You might feel really upset and frustrated. You can notice that those feelings don't last very long until you perpetuate the story of thinking about that thing.
So true.
Right? So if you allow yourself to just notice that you're feeling a certain way, you're uncomfortable, you're frustrated, you're even angry. Okay, I'm not angry. That's not who I am, but I'm feeling anger. Okay, so when I'm feeling anger, I know that I don't deal with things as rationally. I'm not as compassionate. I'm not as logical. Okay, so let me maybe deal with the situation differently. Maybe I need to clean up my behavior with this person in a way that's, just showing responsibility for the fact that I know I'm feeling anger, or I know I'm feeling uncomfortable or anxious, whatever it is that you're experiencing. And try not to wave that aside or be frustrated with yourself for feeling how you're feeling. It's just part of the practice, right? And so the practice is responding to life rather than reacting, right? Our reaction to anger would be very predictable. It'd be the outburst, it'd be the yell, it'd be the whatever we do. But our response to anger can be drastically different. We can consciously choose to behave and respond in a way that's totally beneficial in that situation, as opposed to being or enacting your anger, right? And so the anger that you feel when you're thinking during your mindfulness practice, that's okay. That's part of the practice. How do you respond to that, right? Do you react to it by getting up and storming off and forgetting about the practice, or do you react to it by saying, "Oh, interesting. There's those thoughts again. Okay, I recognize them. I know them to be something that's part of my practice. Let me just come back to this experience because I know to expect that now, right?"
Yeah, so true.
And so you're ultimately changing the relationship with your own self, your own thoughts, and that ultimately changes the relationship that you have with your thoughts outside of the formal practice.
So not only are you benefiting yourself, you're benefiting people around you, your job, everything.
try it for a while and see who it benefits, because they'll tell you. You know, people around you will tell you, wow, it's so much easier dealing with you. It's so much easier to, you know, to approach difficult conversations with you. It's so much easier to, you're just more peaceful throughout the experience.
True. People have said to me, like, wow, this is a situation where I'm like really angry and you're just like, okay, interesting. How do we deal with this? How do we get through it? They're like, how do you do that? And really, this practice has
100%.
guided it for years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not perfect. I don't practice every single day all the time. But I know I can always come back to it, and I try to be consistent as much as possible, because I truly believe in it, and it has absolutely benefited my life.
100%.
Yeah.
I can say the same thing. It's a framework for understanding how we operate in the world. That's the best way to kind of see it and perceive it.
Mm-hmm.
And so finessing that framework and actually getting good at using that framework takes practice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to flex the muscle if you're going to use that muscle. And so if you're going to use the muscle of responding to life versus reacting to life, it's a muscle that you're going to flex and you're going to get better at, right? We've done 27 days so far, and you've probably seen a huge improvement. That's 27 days of an entire lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, imagine doing this for 27 more days, and then maybe a year, 2 years. You become a very different person.
Absolutely.
You know, I get that kind of feedback all the time. You're always so even keel and calm. Were you always like that? Talk to my folks, man. I was not like that. And even now, like, talk to my closest friends and my family.
Yeah.
You'll still see times when I'm still the reactive Marcus that I always have been.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't make you perfect, but certainly adjusts your life in a very powerful way to reduce the number of times you get yourself into trouble.
Absolutely.
Right?
I agree.
Yeah. So thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us. We love you.
Hello,
We
everyone.
will see-
Erica, Kirsten, Debbie. Thanks
Awesome.
for joining us.
It's great to
I'll
have
see
you all joining.
people.
Yeah, and we'll be back here for day 28 of the 30-day mindfulness challenge.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.